yesterday I got a new PB in the half marathon. This morning I went for a 6-mile recovery jog, and tomorrow I'm joining the Delta running group for a speed session. Welcome to PKS Runs. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Paul. I am a sub 3-hour marathoner. This is PKS Runs, and I'm documenting my journey to a good for age qualifying place at the London Marathon in 2025. I'm running the Morecambe Marathon on the 29th of September, and I most recently ran the Olympic Parks half marathon here in Sydney, where I'm on a work trip. So I'm taking this opportunity to run and to do some vlogging whilst I haven't got a wife and children around. And so here we are. That's why I'm in a strange location. So I had an absolutely fantastic time yesterday at the Sydney Olympic Parks Half Marathon. I ran a new personal best, 1:24.29, despite only getting off the plane 12 hours before. And Buzz, who I met at the race, he actually came and collected me from the hotel and took me over to the race, is a part of this amazing performance running club called the Delta Running Project, and he's invited me to join them for their speed session tomorrow morning. Now, I've never done speed work. I have occasionally done a little kind of sprint to the next lamppost, occasionally done, sprint down the river, but I've never really done structured speed sessions. Truth is, I don't enjoy them. I love doing low intensity marathon training because, frankly, it's easier. And so tomorrow morning, I'm going to push myself way out of my comfort zone and try something a little bit harder and a little bit different. Tomorrow is going to be going for it, not 100%. I don't want to be silly. I don't want to injure myself. At the end of the day, the end goal here is to be fit for the Morecambe Marathon, but I do want to do this session. I want to do it well. It will make a difference. You would see in any elite training plan speed sessions, intervals, fartleks, structured sessions that are there. They're designed to challenge the body in different ways than doing the sort of low intensity training does. And so this is all part of the journey. And actually it's one that I know that if I was to integrate this into my regular training schedule, that this would be a really beneficial way to improve my running and to reduce my running times. So I'm excited. It is 9:40 p.m. and I've done incredibly well to stay awake this long. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to take my GoPro with me in the morning, and I will document it all because I've got a feeling it could get messy. So I will see you in the morning. So it's Tuesday morning and it is 5:55. I've been awake since 4. Jet lag has well and truly done a number on me. I am just waiting for Buzz to get to the hotel to pick me up to go out for this session this morning. I'm excited, nervous, looking forward to just getting out and running. It's going to be a big crowd, some really, really proficient runners. Hopefully there'll be some people that are at exactly the same level as me. No idea what to expect. See you out there. This is going to be fun. So, I am here at the Field of Dreams, apparently as it's called. Gore Hill. Gore Hill, did you say this was called?
Gore Hill Oval.
Gore Hill Oval. Fuck knows what they play on this round pitch. I'm guessing it's like Aussie rules football or something. Doesn't look like cricket. Alright, I got Buzz with me here. He's going to walk us through this morning's training session. Buzz, it's fair to say, just before you do, you've been a big hit with the fan base on the first video.
I have not seen the video yet.
You've not seen the video yet. There's been a lot of love for Keith. A lot of love. People are thrilled that you're not a murderer. Though that's not been proven at this stage. But tell us about this workout then. I don't ever do speed workouts, so this is completely new to me. What are we going to do, and why is that going to be beneficial to me?
Today is a typical interval training. We are mindful today is post half marathon race, which is a big part of the squad. ran on Sunday. The session is 8-4-8-4-8. So it's 8 minutes on, 2 minutes float, and 4 minutes on. So the workout would be you run 8 minutes at your marathon pace, you float 2 minutes, but it's not a jog. It's 2 minutes float, which is your marathon pace plus 15 seconds. So there's a slight drop in pace, and then 4 minutes at your half marathon pace, so your progressive speeds. And then you float 2 minutes again. So we do 40 minutes of that for those who are doing in the marathon block, 30 minutes for those who just want to have a shorter session. Interval sessions like these really help allow your body to feel the transition in speed, so you're able to pick up the pace during race time, but also improve your the right aerobic system. The 8 minutes will kick in your main aerobic system, and then the 4 minutes will likely kick into your slight L2 of your anaerobic system. So it's all about kicking and stimulating the right cardiovascular system. That in short is what today is all about.
How can I expect to feel at the end of this session?
You're gonna feel really shit at about the 30 minutes mark of the 40-minute session.
Sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go for it. That is the warm-up done. About to get going with the session. I've got my head cam so that I can get proper POV, and there's a good crowd out here. There's a guy that I met at the running shop on Sunday who runs a 63-minute marathon. That's very fast. That is very, very fast. That's elite, proper elite. So yeah, just changed my shoes. So I was in my Infinity runs, and I'm back in the Alpha Flies. Buzz told me to bring 2 pairs, bring some fast shoes and slow shoes. I only brought 2 pairs with me, so they were the choices. There are people doing all sorts of stretches and limbering up and things, so I'm probably going to join them because you want to be in it, you've got to do it. So here we are. So 6 minutes into this first lap, I guess. Not a lot of spare oxygen, but enough just to say hi. I think there's going to be a 2-minute jog coming up, which I'm looking forward to very much. And then we're picking up the pace for 4 minutes, and then rinse and repeat a couple of times, and then probably vomit somewhere. Just hoping I don't shit myself again. First 8-minute block done. I think the pace was something like 6-minute miles. They're all working in kilometres, so they may as well be speaking German. So gentle jog, recovery for 2 minutes, and then back at it, picking up the pace by about 15 seconds. So this is going to be quite an adventure. Okay, first 4-minute section done. Now in a recovery. That was clocking at about 5:30 mile pace, which is fast for me.
It's fast for anyone.
Yeah, fast for anyone. Okay, that's good. I'm clinging on here.
Alright, Paul, you'll sit in the front for the next 8.
Oh, no pressure. Well, we're into our second 8-minute block, and like great sex, that 2 minutes was over way too fast.
How long did you over the weekend?
But there's another one of these and another 4 minute, and then we're done. I'll be feeling this later, I'm sure. Okay, another 8 minutes down. Feeling that at the end there. Back into the 2-minute recovery, and then 4 minutes at pace again. Fuck my life. Not sure why I do this. Second 4-minute block done. I couldn't quite keep up with the pace. But still super proud of the effort. I was probably five yards behind, so it's not bad. Absolutely.
I'm stopping at 30, Paul.
Great, perfect.
What are we doing again?
8 minutes now? 8 minutes. Okay, he's twisting my arm. I thought I was finished for a brief moment there. I thought I was finished.
Can't believe you want to spin.
I can't. I've come this far.
Yeah.
Once again, so many sensational moustaches here. Australia, the land of the mullet, the kangaroo, and the moustache. What a place.
They're still on their last 8 minutes marathon pace. So is Mike. Mike's the guy in blue. This is a 2:44 marathon runner, which we all know Paul has the potential to go low 240s as well. For those who are watching at home, we are in the north part of Sydney. This is a AFL field, Aussie Football League. It's 430 meters on the white line that we were running. And I'm gonna try and look for Paul. Paul is somewhere there. So he's coming through. He's on the final 8 minutes. So it's 8:4, 8:4, and the final 8. So that's 40 minutes of effort, which he would get 10K easy. So we're just gonna see. He looks pretty comfortable, very smooth, with a nice little pack. So that's Paul. Go, Aaron. 40s.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Feedback. How was today?
Wow. I made it to the end. A bit higher, please, Keith.
Oh, sorry.
The girls were commenting on your great camera work skills, but you let yourself down just a fraction there. Wow, yeah, what a session. Hung in there. So I think the pace was around 5:55 for the 8 minutes, about 5:35 for the 4s, and still like sub 7 for the 2 minutes. Honestly, I would never do this kind of session on my own. Oh yeah, I'm getting the thumbs up. I was with Buzz and Jerome, it was Jerome, wasn't it? Who founded the group. What was your name?
Alessandro.
Alessandro.
Yeah.
Who, yeah, we've been chatting the last couple of miles.
Yeah.
And it's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah.
These guys have pulled me through. Big time.
Nice one.
So, thanks so much,
Thanks
mate.
for joining us.
Yeah, pleasure. It's been great.
All right, Paul, let's keep walking. I want to show you. Here we are. It's the Sydney 2000 Olympics start line.
Oh!
We call it the blue line.
The blue line.
And this blue line is the start line for where the Sydney 2000 Olympic. And he's kind of going that way. And of course,
hang about, which way was it going?
it was going that way.
Oh, so it's going the right way.
Going
Yeah.
the right way. So
Yeah.
that's the 2000 marathon start line. And of course, this year is going to be Sydney's is attempting to be part of the World Major Series, and the start line is right by where the lights are. This light's of North Sydney Hotel. So this white line is the start line.
And how many will be running the Sydney Marathon?
So Sydney Marathon, we're gonna have about 24,000. Woo! So a lot less than London. So this is going to be the start line.
And where does it, like, tell me about the route.
So the first 5 kilometers is straight downhill, very much like Boston.
Yeah.
Then you cross the Harbour Bridge with a slight crest. And unfortunately, Sydney being Sydney, it's not flat.
Yeah.
There are probably about 15-16 kilometers where you get some good flat rhythmic running. But it's either it needs to be a very different kind of runner if you want to do well for Sydney Marathon.
Yeah.
So it's quite undulating. Centennial Park is rolling hills. There are a few sharp points at 39K and Mrs. Macquarie Chair, which Paul would have ran through.
Yes,
there is there's sharp little pinch. So for those, if and when Sydney becomes a world major, those who are planning to do strong time for Sydney, train hills train fartlegs, lots of good fartlegs, long rolling hill tempo.
Well, there are not going to be many scenes as beautiful as this on PKS runs. I've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge behind me. I've got the Opera House over there. And I just thought I would do a little bit of reflecting on that training session that I've just been to this morning. So that is the first time I have ever been in a coached running session. I have never wanted to go to a coached running session. I always knew that there would be huge benefit, but in honesty, it's just always been I don't know, it's just never been something I've wanted to do. And that session this morning was hands down the hardest session that I've ever done, and at the same time the most rewarding and the most fun. 8 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 4 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 8 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 4 minutes on, 2 minutes off, 8 minutes on, then a cool down. And I was able to learn from others in terms of pacing and be able to, I guess, be carried along by kind of the speed of the others in the group. And there is no way in a million years that I would do that session on my own without giving up. Not a chance. The final block of 4 minutes at 5:35 pace was brutal, absolutely brutal. But I got it done, and the final 8 minute slot felt really good, actually. It felt really good. And so this week I'm really learning that I can push myself a lot harder than I think I can. Inadvertently, I actually set a new 10k PB whilst doing that session. So all things considered, considering that there were 2 minute off sessions in that run, I mean, if I was to really go for it on a 10k, I think I could obviously do better. It's making me wonder whether there could be scope for me to run a park run this weekend in Sydney and just go for a PB 5k. So look, I'm feeling inspired. Hopefully that helicopter isn't too noisy. It's really noisy. There we go. I'm feeling super inspired with my time here with the Delta Running Project. An incredible group of guys and girls, and definitely going to be going home with a fresh enthusiasm, a fresh focus, I'll be honest. Fresh focus. So I want to be all sights on my 2:55 marathon on the 29th of September. But I want to set my sights bigger than that, and I'm going to do that publicly. I want to, I want more. I want better. So I am going to be really looking very hard and closely at how I train and what I do to get to that goal. So this, I know I'm here for work, but the time that I've spent with Buzz and the crew has really opened my eyes to what I think I could actually achieve. I think again, I've got to get the weight down still, and I think if I can get to the keep training, keep going, I think there's some really good times ahead. I'm going to leave it here with the video. I'm going to go and get myself some breakfast. I'm going to give you one more view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Wow, what a view. And I'm going to get some breakfast. Just a little reminder, if you do enjoy these videos, please do like and subscribe. I think there's going to be a whole new focus over the next few months as I deliver my marathon on the 29th, and then from there onwards training for, hopefully, for London 2025. So do like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the journey, and there's going to be plenty more Australian content because frankly I've got nothing else to do when I'm not working, so I may as well be making videos. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.